Hey scientists! Oh my gosh, here we are, Digital Science Notebook Part 1, our first Digital Science Notebook of 2021. Alright, so let's take a look at what you will be doing in this assignment. Remember we are starting our weather and climate unit. So in this Digital Science Notebook, you are going to conduct an investigation. You will be investigating what happens to a beam of light when you shine it on a piece of paper at different angles. So your learning target, I will investigate what happens to light when it shines on its surface at different angles. I know I have met this target when I have recorded how much space a beam of light takes up when shined on a piece of paper from different angles, and respond to the questions in the analysis and conclusions section. All right, so let's take a closer look at what you will be doing. So you're going to be doing a hands-on activity. In this activity, you will be completing an investigation to observe what happens to light when it shines on a piece of paper at different angles. So this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a flashlight, or you can use, if your cell phone has a flashlight, that will work too. You're going to need a piece of paper to shine your light on. And then it'd be great if you could get a ruler. If you don't have a ruler in your house, maybe you use a pencil. You want to use something where you can gauge the distance of the flashlight from the piece of paper so that you can keep it the same. Okay, so here's what you're going to do for your procedure. You're going to hold the flashlight above a piece of paper at various angles, and then for each angle, you're going to trace the outline of where the light falls on the page. So first, hold your flashlight about 6 inches, maybe like the length of a pencil, above a piece of paper, and shine it directly downwards. Okay, and then trace an outline of the light on your paper. Then, keeping the flashlight at the same distance, that's why you want a ruler or some other way to measure that you're keeping it at the same distance, you're going to tilt it a little bit, okay, so that the light's going to be shining at the paper at an angle. And then go ahead and trace the outline of the light again. And then you're going to tilt it a little bit more and do the same thing. I'd like you to do at least 3 different angles, one at least straight down and then tilted, but you can do more if you want. Okay, so after you've recorded, drew the light, go on to the next page and you're going to answer some questions. You're going to respond to the questions on a piece of paper or in a notebook and just have them available for class on Thursday and Friday, because we're going to be discussing your results then. But you don't need to turn them in to me. Just bring them to class on Thursday and Friday. So the questions you're going to answer are: what happens when you change the beam of light from a direct beam to an angled beam? Then this activity is one way to model Earth and the sun. What would be a better way to represent the Earth than a piece of paper? Why? And then it says, if the light represented thermal energy from the sun, which would be hottest? Oh, sorry, this should say, I'll fix it. It says, if the light represented thermal energy from the sun, which area would be hottest? The area that gets direct sunlight or the area that's getting the angled sunlight? And explain your reasoning. And then I would love it if you could go onto Flipgrid, use this link, show us the tracings that you made, and tell us which one was which. Like, oh, this is the one where I shone it straight down, and this is the one where I shined it at an angle. And then pick one of these questions from the analysis and conclusion section and respond to it on Flipgrid. Okay, here's a link here. And then go ahead and reflect on your learning target. Move this check to where you are. And then you are done. Make sure you turn it in Google Classroom. All right, let me know if you have any questions.